Hello there and welcome back to my Spooktober challenge. Today I am talking to you about probably the most important thing ever in Halloween, the candy. It was one of the most major things that I used to look forward to every single Halloween, even if I didn't get to go trick-or-treating myself. I think I only actually went trick-or-treating a very small handful of times, but the times that I did, I got quite a few of these in my bucket and it made me incredibly happy. I'm also going to talk to you about just general treats that I really love at this time of year anyway. So the first one is a bit of a controversial one and it's Parma violets. Now, not a lot of people actually like them for some reason, but I do. I always have done. If it was a toss-up between Love Hearts and Parma violets, it has to be Parma violets every single time. I just loved the floral sweetness that you get as part of it, and I loved that they were little and they were purple. Of course you can't go wrong with the giant ones either, but the ones you usually get in the trick-or-treat boxes are the little ones, like, you know, the really tiny ones that are only the size of a small pill. And yeah, I just really loved those. And I used to crunch them as I went to school as well. So following on from that, it's of course the refresher bar. Now they've got two flavours now, but when I was a kid it was the only flavour you could get was the classic lemon flavour. Now for those of you who don't know what refresher bars are, they're these chews, but you also have sherbet sort of in the middle of them, and they are so good. Recently they've brought them out as tiny little bite-sized blocks that are wrapped up individually that you can chuck in a trick-or-treater's bag, so I've think they're absolutely amazing. I do like the strawberry ones, but nowhere near as much as the lemon ones. And I remember when they went up from 10p to about 15p, I actually cried because those kept me going during my GCSEs. My foster mum would not like to think that I was eating as much candy as I was, but I totally was. It's probably why I got such good grades. Sorry about it. Another chewy sweet that I really love are drumsticks. They're made of the same sort of texture as a refresher bar, but there's no sherbet in these. It's literally just, I think they're vanilla and strawberry flavoured, and they're these chews that are on a little stick, and they look like drumsticks. So that hence the name. They've been around ever since I can remember, and again are a Halloween staple here in the UK. The next one again is another unusual, sort of more controversial choice, and it is the beloved blackjack. Now these are a little, you can get them as a little packet, and they're aniseed flavour, and they are a little black sweet, and you eat them and they dye your tongue black, and I used to think that was so cool. When kids would come back from trick-or-treating and would be trading sweets, I would always ask to trade for blackjacks because nobody else liked them, but I really did. So everyone would go to me with their blackjacks and I would swap my fruit salads for them, because although I do like fruit salads, I'm nowhere near as keen on them as I am on blackjacks. One of my favourite Halloween treats in general is of course a toffee apple. They start selling them around this time of year and I get incredibly excited. I've never had a homemade one, but I have had the classic ones that you get in the supermarket that are bright red or they're more brown, and you just bite into them and the toffee sort of splinters off and you've got that crispy apple inside that's so juicy, and oh, they're so good. I'm gonna have to get my paws on one this year because for the past few years I've not been able to get hold of one and it's made me kind of sad. My next choice are fun-sized chocolate bars. So you get them in these big packets for trick-or-treaters, and the chocolate bars that you normally get full size, they're usually only about this big, so about 1 or 2 bites. And I remember the last Halloween I spent with my grandmother, me and Matt had travelled down to my family because that weekend we were going to have a family party for my 21st. And we arrived on Halloween night and we got to the road and there were just no trick-or-treaters in sight, which was very strange, even though it was about 7:30, 8 o'clock at night by the time we got into Portsmouth from Bath, and normally around that time trick-or-treaters are out on force, but not that year. So my nan had this big bag of fun-sized Mars bars, and she literally greeted my boyfriend by offering him a fun-sized Mars bar. And he was quite happy because he was quite hungry, and yeah, so we were just sat in my nan's living room just eating fun-sized Mars bars. So they do have a soft spot in my heart as a result, because a couple of years later she sadly passed away. So yeah, fun-sized chocolate bars will always have a soft spot in my heart as a result. I also just sometimes don't always want a full-sized chocolate bar because I'm more of a candy than a chocolate person. But if I just want to delve into the dark side, a little chocolate bar will do me the trick. Another thing in my list is, of course, Harrybo Star Mix. You get the little fun-size packs with the sweets sort of scaled down into like half or even a quarter of the size. And again, they're just nice just to stick in your pocket during a long work day, or if you're at school. I used to tuck them in my blazer and I just pop one every now and then while I was in class just to get those juices flowing of creativity and just general remembering of stuff. They are pretty good, and I just love the flavours, the fruity flavours in them. My personal favourite in them are the fried eggs, although not many people again are as mad about the fried eggs in a Harrybo Star Mix as me, but the hearts in them and the rings come close second and third. Number 8, fudge. Now I really love homemade fudge especially, and there was one year that I think it was the only other year I went trick-or-treating twice, and one year this lady gave us homemade fudge as she had just made some but hadn't gotten around to buying any traditional candy in. And oh my god, it made me fall in love with fudge. I'd never had it before, and it was just creamy and sweet but with a little hint of salt. Ugh, so good. And I actually prefer fudge to chocolate again, and ever since then I've been a bit of a sucker for very well made fudge. The next one on the list are jelly babies. I absolutely love them. Again, you can get like their little Harrybo fun size pack, or you can get the more gourmet ones which are like covered in like some sort of dust, and they're a decent size and they're really jellorific. What I really like about jelly babies is they were actually invented after I think the First World War, and they were called peace babies to celebrate the end of the war, which had claimed so many lives, and the idea was to promote peace and unity with all these different coloured jelly babies and different flavoured jelly babies. Either way, they are bloomin' delicious, and I always love biting the heads off of them first because I am sadistic like that. Don't judge me too much. But no, I'd always be really pleased when I got some jelly babies in the mix. And finally on my list are licorice all sorts. I absolutely love licorice. I don't know why, but rather like aniseed and violet, which are the other two controversial flavours in my list, I just really like strong, unusual tastes, I think. And licorice is definitely one of those things that you either love or you hate, and I love them so much. I love the little cubey ones, and I like the little circle ones as well. Yeah, I just can't decide which ones that I like in the packet best. One year they were I just sort of grabbed a handful of them and had them in my bucket, and again I used to swap the other kids for them. It was either, yeah, blackjacks or licorice all sorts that I used to trade with the kids in the playground. It was almost like a black market of candy. But no, it was all done in good spirits, and we just all had a really lovely time. So I hope you enjoyed this video of Halloween candy. If you've liked what you've just seen, please like, comment and subscribe. That would be absolutely amazing. Also follow me on my social medias, which I will put in the description below. What are your favourite Halloween candies? Let's start a little discussion in the comments below, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye!